Yeah, I can't even talk today. Were you always a principal here?
No, actually, when I first came to Jaffrey Grade School, I was a reading specialist. And I worked half-time here and half-time at Ridge Memorial. So I would be here, I think, on days 4, 5, and 6. And then I went to Ridge days 1, 2, and 3. And I did that for about 4 years. So, do you want me to keep talking? Sorry. So, while I was the reading specialist, I was on a number of committees, and I worked with the Title I program. So I worked with the superintendent a lot. And our person who was the principal, Mrs. Fife, took another job in May or June in the spring. So we didn't have time to hire a new principal. So I said, if you would like someone to be kind of a head teacher while you're looking for a new principal, I would be interested in doing that. So I spent the next school year as the interim principal. It's kind of in between. And then finally, in the spring of 1998, I was hired as the full-time principal.
When you first came here, was there a dress code?
Not really, other than like it is today, just dress appropriately for school. And the staff was asked to, sort of nicer looking professional dress, and then maybe jeans were allowed on Friday.
All right. Were there many classrooms when you first came here?
I'd say during the time I've been here, it has ranged from maybe as low as 18, as high as 22. At the largest point in the school, we had maybe 420, 425 kids. And then gradually over the last 5 to 10 years, we've gotten to the size we are now, which is more like 340, 350.
When you first came here, how many grades were at JGS?
It's been K to 5 the whole time I was here.
About how many teachers were there at JGS when you first came here?
Well, we had probably similar to what we have now. However, we didn't have a Spanish program. We had fewer extra teachers like Title I and special education teachers. We probably had about half as many as we have now. And then classroom teachers ranged from 18 up to 22. So I'd say we maybe had 35 to 40.
About how many students were in the classes?
Probably about 20 to 22.
Do you like anything about the school now that you wish was there when you first came to Jaffrey Grade School?
Well, let's see. I think we've made some good improvements and changes. During the time I was here, we updated the playground, we added gardens, we added some of the art projects that are on the walls, we added Spanish program. So I think we've made a lot of good improvements.
Has the playground always been like the same, pretty much?
No, when I first came here, it was made out of wood and rubber tires strung together to form things you could kind of run across or sit on. And there were 2 problems with it after it had been up a while. One is the wood started splintering, so Mrs. Biani would get a lot of visitors after recess because they had splinters from the wood. And the other thing that happened was that the tires attracted bees that would nest in them. So finally, we felt like this playground isn't as safe as it should be anymore. So that's why we had a huge year and a half long project where we raised money. We raised over $75,000 to put up this playground that's here now.
What
similar. I think basketball's always been popular, kickball's always been popular. I think I used to see maybe a few more kids playing a game called Foursquare, that I don't really see very much anymore. We didn't have a Gaga court, so that was a nice improvement.
So it sounds like we've made a lot of progress over the years at JDS.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sounds
Pretty
like a
proud
good
of it.
place to stop. Really nice job.
All right.
Guys, stop recording.